Back-to-back deployments and 6 months at sea just ended for thousands of sailors on USS Dwight D. Eisenhower.
The crew tackled critical missions during the pandemic and even received a special honor from the Navy for resilience. Allison Bazzle and photojournalist Adrian Guerra got an inside look at what makes the Ike tick during its last day at sea.
Good afternoon, on board Mighty Ike. This is the captain, and it is a beautiful day at sea in the Atlantic.
Inside a massive ship with tiny hallways, thousands of sailors rallied through a double deployment.
You do a deployment like this in a pandemic environment, this is your story.
USS Dwight D. Eisenhower Commander Captain Paul Campagna says the ship left Naval Station Norfolk in February 2020 and 2021. It runs like a bustling city.
There's 4,600 people on board that are all doing different jobs.
Over the last 6 months, the entire Eisenhower Carrier Strike Group packed a punch overseas with additional ships and 74 aircraft on the flight deck.
If you are to observe it, you may think, is anyone in charge here? But it is absolute organized chaos.
The Mighty Ike's main mission was to get closer with allies overseas. Crews built partnerships flying sky high and sailing down below with Italian, Turkish, Egyptian, Royal Moroccan forces and more.
We had ships operating in the Arabian Gulf, the North Arabian Sea, the Red Sea, the Baltic Sea, the Black Sea, and the Norwegian Sea.
Captain Mitch McAllister says the crew didn't miss a beat when asked to protect American troops against ISIS while they left Afghanistan.
It was an absolute honor and privilege for us to be able to fly over our brothers and sisters.
Medical crews tried to create a COVID-free bubble to keep missions rolling. Officials say more than 90% of sailors were vaccinated.
Everybody wearing N95 masks for a period of time, reducing the amount of time that we had our masks off.
The odds were stacked against sailors, but they came out on top, snagging a Navy Unit Commendation Award. It's an honor from the Secretary of the Navy for a top-notch deployment.
And you've seen those old veterans of places like Starbucks talking about their time in the Navy and what they did. And the sailors you see are making their stories.
Captain Campagna encourages each sailor to proudly share their Ike stories for years to come.
10, 15 years from now, when they're wearing those ball caps and they're talking about what they did, they'll be talking about deploying twice during the pandemic.
In Norfolk, Allison Bazzle, 13 News Now.
And the Eisenhower traveled more than 190,000 miles.
And the carrier Air Wing 3 logged more than 12,000 flight hours throughout the deployment.